Time for a brand new garage. Gonna empty everything out. Contractor's coming tomorrow.
Nice job, sir.
Making them fit. We still have room for 2 more.
Yeah, okay, Kobe.
Everything's gonna be redone, cabinets and stuff, so it's gonna be awesome. By the way, what's new with you guys, man? What is going on with you guys? For me, it's been extremely stressful and very, very busy. As you guys know, if you're watching me on Instagram, you guys are aware that I started my garage build, this overall garage build. What's happened over the years is I've managed to gather a nice collection of motorcycles that are really, let me put this on cruise control. Nice. It's so cool. So cool. I managed to gather a bunch of really nice motorcycles. However, my garage itself hasn't really been improving, and I've been working quite a bit on the bike, which I really like doing. But in the same space, I need a cleaner working space, something that's more organized, something that's more put together. And I think for 2024, it's about time that that I start having a functioning working garage space that's organized, that has cabinets, the floor is clean, everything. So I've been working on that. I got a contractor working on. I mean, originally I wanted to do the work, but with work and, you know, doing content, it's very little time to actually do some of these things. So I don't have an option but to get someone in there that can be efficient with time and just get the work done. So my wife and I, we have a great contractor who does amazing work, and he's been working on the garage. So here's some of the few things that he's working on that just to kind of get the garage rolling to the style that I like. You guys do know I do a live stream, and it's usually Saturdays and Sundays. Well, usually Sundays. I'm debating if I am gonna start doing it on Saturdays. And the issue that I've had over time is that it's extremely hard to stay in the garage and focus and work during the winter because it's very cold. There's a lot of things that started happening in the garage as I started working on it. Originally, I wanted the cement floor done and get it like epoxy, right? But there were some cracks on the garage floor, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Here's what we need to repair. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a couple of $100 or maybe $1,000 or something like that. At best, I'm thinking like $2,000. And we've always had a little bit of an issue in the garage of moisture, so I ended up getting myself a humidifier to remove the excess moisture, which worked very well. However, it was still a lot of moisture happening, and I wanted to resolve that. So I inquired about the moisture and why that could be and what's happening. And the contractor mentioned that, you know, it's probably due to the cracks on the foundation and moisture's coming from the ground. And this guy's really good. I really trust him. He's worked with us for a long time. So we decided we're going to demo the entire cement area. It's pretty large. It's a 2-car garage. And as we progress, you know, he mentioned to me, you know, do you want the garage to be complete? What do you intend to be using the garage for outside of storing your collection? And I mentioned, you know, I might be here shooting videos. I don't like to be one of those people that's like, hey, you know, I do this, I do that. So, and I kind of explained to him, I do like, you know, the stream, the podcast, whatever you call it, stream podcast, videos and production. And he mentioned maybe you might want to just overview the whole thing and let's review the contract. He mentioned, all right, we're going to do heated garage, so that's awesome. Also, as he started, you know, doing the drywall and going over, the drywall that's available in the garage was pretty thin. Also, it wasn't the proper drywall because that's why we were getting a little bit more moisture. You need either green or purple drywall, which he's doing there. He's doing a thicker one, and he's insulating the garage because that wasn't insulated before. So a lot of factors. I'm assuming what the person was doing prior was mainly just storing stuff in the garage, you know, until I decided to actually give it some kind of functionality, right? So all that stuff is being done. Also, as we're going through the renovation and the demo, we found out there were some windows in the garage that they closed off. That was a whole other thing, and it's just kind of wild, man. So we fixed that. I also ended up adding a window because I want to do cold starts, you know, when I'm in the garage for you guys, and I don't have to open the door. I can simply just open up the window, let it ventilate. So, you know, somewhat working to my favor that this stuff is somewhat happening. And granted, it is a little bit expensive, but you know, it's an investment on both levels. One, for the house. Two, it's creating a working space that that's functional, you know, over time, or something that's going to work no matter what. Some other areas of opportunities that we got to talk about for the garage guys. Now that we're doing a heated garage, while the contractor was working on the project, of course they plug in like lights, you know, power tools and everything else. And as they were using those, you know, the light flickered. Also we had like an outage, and that's happened to me before, where I'm shooting in the garage where I have my overhead light on, I have the garage light on, I have my camera plug, I have everything. Come to find out, it's not enough wattage going into the garage, and then it overloads the breaker, right? So that means now we gotta move it up to a 220 or 120 or something like that. I'm not explaining this very well, but just know that the wattage that was going to the garage overall was not sufficient, hence why it was tripping the breaker, or at least cutting out power. So now that became like another thing to tackle. Of course, as you guys know, your boy loves bleeding money. At this point, I could have bought a V4S at this point, guys. Nah, I'm not buying that bike yet, only because I'm waiting until Ducati do the next iteration. I feel like too many people have that motorcycle, the body style, and I'd like, when I order my V4S, for it to be brand new, like the new hotness. So that's why you probably won't see it. And then we also encountered the garage openers. That's something I've always wanted to tackle. They've been kind of wonky, not wonky, but finicky. Also, I've lost the controllers, and they're pretty old from the time that we bought the house. And I ordered some new garage door openers with cameras and sensors and all that stuff and all that jazz. Super excited just to kind of get all that stuff done. And also the resin epoxy on the floor, that's going to be done. And then I need a motorcycle lift to kind of wrap all of this up. But before that, I might as well fill you guys in on this. I did order like a 15-piece cabinet set, which is actually getting delivered today. My wife is home, so she'll be able to accept the delivery, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, that's the status of things. This is what's been going on with the garage, hence why you saw a very lack of videos rocking through the channel for the month of December, because the cement itself, once they did the demo and then repaved the floor, because here's the process to that, which I never thought it would be something huge. The process is to demo the entire cement, the old cement, right? And then remove all the debris, get some sand, get a mesh metal. There's multiple layers. I've never seen cement done that way, but these guys have worked for New York City, and they're very good at doing this kind of job, so I trust the process. But it's multi-layered, very thick, so that way there won't be any cracks or any kind of like growth going through it, and everything's going to be killed. They also use blue stone in between it, so it's a whole ordeal, man. I might as well tell you guys now, it's a whole ordeal. By the way, the bikes have been filthy during this whole process.